Today's one of those days. It's snowing out. It's freezing cold. You just don't want to go to the gym. Oh. But today's what makes or breaks you. It's the perfect day to go to the gym. What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS3 Raw TV. Well, this video is absolutely gonna throw the calories in, calories out crew. They're gonna lose their fucking shit. They're about to have a meltdown because many of these calories in, calories out individuals that are really enthusiasts of a calorie is just a calorie and it doesn't matter where it comes from, if it's sugar, it's this or that. Everything is just dumb. Your body's dumb. Just feed it whatever. It'll just use it because it's fucking dumb. And they claim that science has proven this, right? Science says, scientists say, et cetera about science. Here's something that I've talked about for 8 years now. The hormonal effect of food. I've been talking about that for 8 years on YouTube, but 20 years now I've been talking about that. And they say I'm nuts. They're like, Jerry's fucking stupid. A calorie is a calorie. As long as you cut back on your calories, you'll fucking be fine. You'll lose weight, et cetera, et cetera. That's all it takes. And they really look at food as just something basically to give themselves a little bit of pleasure when they eat it, because that's what they think it is. It's supposed to make them fucking happy when they eat it. Or if you cut it out, you lose weight. If you add some of it, you gain weight. And they think it's that simple. Now, scientists are extremely interested in what they're finding out now and doing the studies now that the fitness industry doesn't really look into this shit. They really don't care. I'm super interested in this shit because back in the day at Daniel Chapter 1, we learned about some of this stuff, and we thought Jim was a fucking quack. We thought he was nuts when he would talk about some of the shit. But just like I'm going to be called a quack, I'm going to be called a nut, I'm going to be called an idiot, I'm going to be called all these fucking names when somebody sees this video. When people are ahead of the curve and learning things that are not the ordinary, but things that haven't really come into the spotlight yet, or the general public, or the general knowledge yet, they're considered fucking whacked, right? You're like Doc from Back to the Future. That's pretty much what they think of you, right? But these scientists, which calories in, calories out crew, they rely on science, and they rely on scientists, and they rely on studies. They fucking live by them. They can't live without a scientist and a study. Are gonna fucking melt down when this shit finally comes to fruition in the general mainstream. It's kind of hard for the general mainstream to understand, but that is, food has information in it. Now you're going to be like, Jerry, what the fuck? Just bear with me. Trust me. This is going to be a video that, for some people, it's going to enlighten them. They're going to go, holy shit. Other people are going to go, yeah, I already knew that. But a lot of people are going to go, Jerry, you're fucking stupid. There's no way. Give it time. Just like the brands change. Just like more protein in keto. Things that I talked about over time, now it comes out that this is fact. So let's just kind of go through this. So the new review of food as a replete with the biologically important information is based on a number of relatively new discoveries in various fields of scientific research. For instance, the discovery that food contains methyl groups, a carbon atom attached to 3 hydrogen atoms, CH3, quotation marks, or parentheses rather, capable of methylating, silencing genes, brought into focus the capability of food to profoundly affect disease risk as well as phenotypal expression. If folate, B12, or betaine, 3 common food components, can literally shut off gene expression with high specificity, food becomes a powerful informational vector, one which may actually supervene over DNA within our body to determining which sequences find expression. This discovery of nutrition's prime role in epigenetics opened up an entirely new realm of research, including the disciplines of nutrigenomics. These are big fucking words. Nutrigenomics, which looks like a nutrient-gene interactions, in nutritional genomics, which looks at gene-based risks that provide individualization of nutritional recommendations. Suddenly, almost overnight, food became infinitely more interesting to geneticists, biologists, and medical professionals in that it has information vector. It could affect, in some cases, control the expression of the DNA, biomedicine's holy grail. This is something that, and this is not necessarily, this article is not necessarily new. I think it says 2012. So it's 6 years old, okay? But this is just stuff people are starting to talk about now, because this stuff doesn't really make its way into the fitness industry. Because unless you're getting bigger or leaner, they don't give a fuck. They live healthier. They don't give a fuck about genes, expression, disease. People don't give a fuck about stuff until they're in the hospital, laid up, all fucked up. And then they go, well, what could I have done to prevent this, right? It couldn't be fucking food, right? Food is our fucking first medicine in our first line of defense against fucking disease. But hey, what do I know, right? It says food's role as a source of methyl group donors capable of epigenetic modulation of DNA expression is a powerful demonstration of its informational properties, but this is not the whole story. There is a lot of information on this, by the way. Food also contains classic genetic information vectors such as non-coding RNAs, which, like the methyl donors, have the ability to profoundly alter the expression of our DNA. In fact, there are estimated to be 100,000 different sites in the human genome capable of producing non-coding RNAs, far eclipsing our 20 to 25,000 protein coding genes. Interesting, right? These RNAs together orchestrate the expression of most of the genes in the body. They are therefore supervening forces largely responsible for maintaining our genetic and epigenetic integrity. Now, what does this mean? This means, when you break it down, there's a lot of information about how they're, different studies like exogenous plant specifically targets. Anyway, there's a lot of information in this. A lot of it I don't understand. I'll be totally honest with you. But the pieces that I do understand, that what this explains is, bottom line, food is not just about calories in, calories out. If these foods, right, these natural foods, I'm not talking about these chemical bullshit that everybody's eating, these natural foods can turn on or turn off genes, that also means that it can help you get leaner, not by the calorie, but in general by turning on and shutting off certain things in your body, which could help you stay leaner or gain muscle faster. Okay? That's what this means. That's the take-home message for bodybuilders, for fitness enthusiasts, people in the health industry, whatever. Food can not only be the medicine that you need to help keep you healthy, prevent disease, or even fight disease, but it can also be the thing that changes your body, your physique, your BMR, your resting metabolism, whatever you want to call it, by simply eating certain foods that do this to your body. Now, they don't have a list of the foods, obviously, and I'm pretty sure, judging by what this says, in everybody's body is different. Different foods would have different effects on different people's bodies, which is why these, I don't want to say clean foods, but these clean foods that we eat, some people respond better to baked potatoes. Some people respond better to rice. Some people respond better to beef. Some people respond better to chicken, egg whites. If you get 5 people, more than likely all 5 people respond differently to different foods, and they all want the same effect. So their body is getting the same effect, but they're using different combinations of foods to get the same effect because they're different. Their genetics are different. Their epigenetics are different. Everything is different from person to person. But the bottom line is, this scientific fact that food is not just about calories, okay? It's not just about keep your calories low, work those numbers. Food changes your body. It's specifically out there for us to survive. That's why it even exists. We have to take in food in order to live. We need to take in kilocalories to promote, energy, stuff like that, used for energy. But I think a lot of people leave out the way that these things are broken down in the body, things that they're turned into, things that they're used for, things that they're separated and become other things, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, all these types of things that are in these fucking foods change the way your body reacts. Now, I'm just happy that I can actually go ahead and point to this and say, here's scientific data, and there's so much science in this, a lot of these science fucking wingnuts don't understand it either. So they can look at it all day long and be like, I don't understand. They're going to be just as dumb as I am. At least I'm going to fucking come out and say, I don't understand a lot of this, but I understand the take-home message that food is not just about calories. It is absolutely, and that's another thing. These chemicals that you're putting in the body from processed foods, and you're only counting calories, what do you think these foods are doing to your body? You think they're doing nothing because some asshole on a forum who thinks it's all about calories told you? If you looked this shit up, you would find it too. If you looked up other stuff about how foods change, the perfect thing you can point at and say, look, calories in, calories out, right? Yeah, it's all about calories in. Okay, how come when I eat a whole bunch of sugar, my body starts spiking insulin? If I don't have any carbohydrate, no protein and fats with it, and I eat sugar, why does my body start spiking insulin? And then the science people go, well, it's because glucose drops in your body, and then to clear the glucose out of your bloodstream, your insulin goes up and then transports it. Wait a minute. So you're telling me insulin is transporting? And they go, yeah. And you go, isn't insulin a hormone? And they go, yeah. And you're like, so there was a hormonal response to the food that I ate. And then they get all defensive and lose their shit and try to argue. But the point is, every single time you ingest something, food-wise, I don't know about something that's not food because I don't really eat shit that's not food, but every time you ingest something food-wise, there is a hormonal response, there's a detoxification process, there's a breakdown process, there's a digestive process every single time. So to say it's only about calories and not think about, like, a calorie is the minimum that you would think of in terms of food. Everything that's in that food, all the enzymes, all the vitamins, all the minerals, all the different types of things that we don't understand about, like the phytochemicals and stuff in there, the natural things that food has that can help your body. Some things will hurt your body. Like you don't want to eat apricot seeds, handfuls of them, because you'll die. But there are so many things in these foods that for someone to sit back and say, there is no hormonal effect to food. It's all about calories. And a banana is no different than a fucking pixie stick. When someone makes that statement, I look at them and I go, why don't you want to know the truth? Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm really concerned that not only are you lying to yourself, but you then take that information and spit it out all over the place like it's truth and lie to everyone else. Now, granted, you don't think you're lying because you don't fucking realize you're lying, but you're lying to yourself because there's no fucking way that the food only contains a fucking calorie. And you can go on and on about people and say, like, look, if I took 3,500 calories as my maintenance and I ate all rice, 3,500 calories, will my muscle mass be the same at the end of 12 weeks eating all rice than it was if I was eating protein, rice, and fats, right? No, your calories will be the same. Your body weight may stay the same, but I'm willing to bet your body's weight actually changes based on those calories because eating the rice only, you don't get nearly enough amino acids. So your body breaks down muscle tissue because it is fucking starving. It will break down muscle tissue. It doesn't have enough aminos to rebuild it at all, even maintain it. As it starts to break down muscle tissue, your metabolism decreases. That metabolically active tissue, when it gets torn down, you have a slower metabolism. Now you have less muscle mass, slower metabolism, calories stay the same at your quote unquote maintenance, muscle mass comes down, body fat goes up. You now have a different body composition at the same weight. Matter of fact, I would bet my life that the scale would actually go up a little bit because of how fast your metabolism is slowing down. You don't need 3,500 calories anymore. But they'll swear up and down it's all about calories in, calories out. I would love to see some fucking hammerhead wingnut eat pixie sticks only for 2 months straight. 8 weeks, only pixie sticks. No gummy bears, no egg whites, pixie sticks. Eat their fucking maintenance calories in pixie sticks and we will fucking track them. We'll track their hormones, we'll track their fucking body weight, their muscle mass, their body fat, their fucking blood work, because that's going to be fucking out of control. And I would love to see at the end of that 8 weeks what that person who talks about it's only calories and a calorie is a calorie, I would love to see what they fucking have to say. But the thing is, no one's ever going to do that because deep down inside, everybody that's about calories in, calories out knows exactly what I just fucking said is true. They know for a fact that they're going to lose muscle and they're going to look like a fucking dick by the time they're done. So they'll never do it. And if they did do it, fuck, if they were ballsy enough to do it, be like, fuck it, I know what's going to happen. All they would do is wind up proving what I just said, right? Which would really kind of piss them off at the same time, make me look right, which they definitely don't want to do. But I think by now in 2018, so many people have failed with the calories in, calories out thing. So many people have had adverse reactions eating the foods that are laden in chemicals just because the calories fit inside their fucking macros, that I think that more and more people have wised up over time. And I'd say less and less people are thinking that it's just about calories and food only contains calories and fucking nothing else matters. Everything else in there, nothing matters. Like you ask people, they go, just go to the gym and train, just eat food, just do this, just do that. And I'm sitting there going, all these people that say just eat food, I go to their pages, I look at them. None of them resemble an athlete in any way, shape, or form. So how the fuck they're explaining it to other people makes no fucking sense. Because if you understand it, why aren't you applying it to yourself? Like that makes no fucking sense. So there's so many reasons why the calorie in and calorie out fucking debate can be argued. And of course you can have those trainers that starve their fucking clients, pull them a bunch of calories, do a bunch of cardio, and claim that it's all about calories. And this is true to that extent. But to say that food doesn't cause a hormonal response, that food doesn't cause your body to heal or fucking break down depending on what the fuck you're putting in it, is just plain ignorant and a fucking lie. BioStraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.biostraining.com is a blog. It's a fucking gene expression bicep. What is that, a banana in there? And we are out.